evening.
Sean, how are you?
Fabulous. Nice to see you here.
You
Thanks
look
for coming.
so nice. Thank you for inviting me.
Of course, let's go in.
Okay, this is going to be a fabulous event. So we are here with a world-class athlete, but I'm a little bit confused. Are you in the horse business or are you a surfer? Because I saw you walk in with a surfboard. What is that all about?
I'm in the horse business, but I like to pretend I'm a surfer. I wish I would be as good surfing as riding. That would be very fun. But yes, I'm in the horse business.
Yes, you've been to the Olympics a number of times, am I right?
Yes, 3 times.
3 times. So you know a thing or two. So tell me about how you got involved in tonight's event.
In tonight's event, it's a fundraiser obviously for the USET. The USET is supporting the teams which go to Olympics, go to Pan American Games and other championships. And as you know, as a rider, you don't just travel as a rider, you travel with your horse and equipment, and it becomes quite costly. So that's why we have to put on fundraisers and support our USET and make sure they can help us achieve all those goals.
The live auction is about to get underway, so there's
Yes.
some world-class, really unique gifts that are being auctioned off this evening.
Many of them are Olympians that you can never purchase a day with them. Like Ladies of Dressage, like Gunter's doing one where he is getting auctioned as a surfer a day with our really good friend and competitor that's international, David Blake.
It would be fun, and I think it's fun to auction off those kind of things because you end up making friends and you get to know people, and someone might get even more involved in the sport because of something like that. That's why it makes sense to do something like that.
It seems like a real community that's involved here.
It is. I mean, most of the people we have a big horse show going on right now in Del Mar at the fairgrounds, and I would say 80% of the people you will see there during the day being involved somehow in the show.
What drew you to this sport originally?
I grew up on a farm and riding ponies, and then it just grew from there. It just kind of evolved. It wasn't really a set out plan for me to go to the Olympics, but I ended up just doing one step at a time, and that's how it evolved.
So it kind of comes full circle. You
Yeah.
started as a young one riding, and now you're out here both supporting young riders all the way up to expert level riders.
Yeah, it's for all the way across.
That's amazing. So what kind of things can I bid on tonight? I'm looking around. I'm looking for my next auction item.
But I think you should bid on the surfing lesson.
I can't
Well-
swim that well.
That's okay. I'll strap you onto the board and carry out the
Well, perfect. Well, thank you so much for telling me all about this wonderful event and how it's benefiting such a wonderful cause.
Yeah, thanks
Thank
for
you.
being part of it.
Great. Tell us about your youth program and how you got involved in such a fabulous event.
Well, we got involved in such a fabulous event to support our sport of dressage and our future Olympians and our up-and-coming Olympics next year in Tokyo. We run a program with young horses up to Grand Prix horses very close by to this beautiful facility in Rancho Santa Fe, and we hope to help as much as we possibly can get our elite athletes off to the Olympics.
Their group was one of our biggest sponsors for this evening, and because they just love the future and what it carries forward and what it brings. So
It's very, very important that we all come together and help as much as we can.
And it takes a lot to get there because there's all these clinics and training that happen for many, many years before anything ever happens. So it's
Absolutely.
a really collective effort.
Absolutely. It has to be a collective effort. It can't be on the shoulders of a small handful of sponsors. Everyone as a country has to come together, especially because our country is so large, and really help in that effort.
It's unbelievable because it's the first time we've done this on this coast for many, many years. And we were hoping maybe for 120, 150 people. And we have about 250 people. And we were super lucky because we had a lot of people underwrite stuff. And I had to keep calling, guess what? We have more gas, more gas.
had to get
and we
more
sold
wine.
out. We sold out. It was crazy. So it was really good.
I know why this event event is special to you. For me, it's a little bit reminiscent of, I grew up, my first job was on a horse ranch. I have so many wonderful memories around horses, and now I hear you have a wonderful ranch or farm nearby for sale.
Super close by. It's called Dove Hollow Equestrian, and a friend of mine created this, and it's like super unique. There's a covered arena, which is super hard to get, as you know, in San Diego County, especially around Rancho Santa Fe and Encinitas. 40 stalls, beautiful like arenas, pastures. Like, it's the most awesome place. So it just came on the market this past week. So I'd love for somebody that is so passionate about dressage or jumping to acquire that and continue forward with a legacy like that.
What kind of property size are we talking about?
It's a little over 5 acres, which is hard to find 5-acre parcels in this particular area.
Yeah.
And it's so green because it's close to like a little riverbed. So it's beautiful.
I think you might have maybe the next Olympic athlete moving in and coming up the ranks there.
Well, it's interesting because people really do, like, there's so many Olympic caliber riders and trainers in this area that so many of the up and coming come from here and make it. So it's awesome.
We are going to start. My first item, ladies and gentlemen, this is a surfing adventure. And I'm going to start at 250. Do I hear 250? 300. Do I have 350? 350 I'm looking for. 1,500. I have 1,600. Thank you, madam. 16. I have 2,100. 3,000. 3,000 once. 3,000 twice. Sold. Thank you.
All right, so Sean, how did we do tonight?
Okay, so this has been the best event ever on the West Coast. So we're super excited, like unbelievable. Everything's not tallied, but I have to tell you, really, really impressive. And like gonna do really good things by pushing the young riders, the Olympic riders, and it's gonna be awesome.
Yes, I would say, you know, we have a lot of Olympic athletes here tonight. This was a gold medal event.
It was. It was like a social event of the year, and it was incredible what we did. So thank you.